What is up, you guys? It's your girl Jess back with another video, and if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the lit side. And if you already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys so much. Like, seriously, I mean it. I looked like the other night and I have 666 subscribers. I'm very appreciative of that, but I was looking at that number and I was like 666. Like, I believe in the Lord. Somebody make that 667, because anyways, let's get into this. I'm not gonna call this a get ready with me because I'm just doing my makeup just to do my makeup, because I used eyeshadow in a minute, to be honest. So I want to do something cute, glamorous to my face. So it's gonna be like a chit chat, watch me do my makeup type video. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this look. I don't like how in my face we are right now, but yeah, let's get into this face. I wanted to also talk to you guys because I know I haven't done a sit down video actually talking about what's been going on lately. I know I kept saying in like previous videos, that's a separate video, I'm gonna talk about it in a separate video. So instead of like dedicating a whole video to the mess that has been happening in my life, I'd rather just talk about it while I'm getting ready. So yeah, let's start off first things first. Remember I told you guys I used to work at H&M, worked there for like 2 years. They fired me, honey. They fired me. It's been like a week or a week and a half since I've been fired from there, but it feels like it's been a whole like month, because like time is passing by so freaking quickly. And I will let you guys know the exact reason. To me, I feel like they fired me for having moral integrity, but let me get into the story. So it was on a Sunday, you know, going back. Anyways, it was on a Sunday. I was working with the people on my job, and one person called out. Sunday is the busiest day in the mall. If you live in the Altamont Springs area, you know Sunday is like the busiest day at that mall. So one person had called out, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, everybody loves to call out on Sundays, because first off, none of us want to work on a Sunday because that's the busiest freaking day. But like the fact that you don't care about your job that much to just call out and let your freaking team down. So one person had called out. I sent a text to everyone letting them know, oh, this person called out, looking for someone to take this shift. And somebody ended up taking one of the person's shifts that called out. Then this other girl texts in the group chat talking about I'm sorry guys, I want to come so bad, but I just can't today. Like, I'm throwing up like crazy, blah blah blah. And you know why she was throwing up like crazy? Because the day before she was bragging to everyone about how she's going to a block party, blah blah blah, she's gonna drink, she's gonna go crazy, knowing that you're supposed to work the next day. And my point is, you knew about your shift before this block party. You could have had someone take that shift, you know? So that was my point. So when she did that, like, you know how if you have, I heard Androids can do this now too though, but if you can dislike someone's message. So I disliked her message. And when I disliked her message, she texts back saying, effing sorry, in a work group chat. And I was like, wow, that's how she feel? So my managers were just like, hey, wait till you're not on the clock to respond to her. And that's what I did. And when I responded, I wasn't like going off or anything like, hey, you B, watch who you talking about, beat your butt. Because I know it's a work group chat. You shouldn't be cursing in a work group chat anyway, because that's just evidence they can build on you, you know? So, yeah, so I text her back saying, you can keep that effing sorry. And then she was just like, she texted me tried to be slick and text me in a not in a separate group chat, but she decided to text me directly and was just like, why are you mad? I don't understand what's going on, blah blah blah. And I was like, no, you started in the group chat, so we're gonna finish it in the group chat. Don't text me on the side, text me in the group chat. And I was just like, and I text back in the group chat instead of texting her directly and let her know. I said, it's all good over here. I'm just letting you know that effing sorry sounded really rude. And then she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just that I'm really sick and all this other stuff. She texted me again directly saying, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just that I'm really sick and I'm throwing up and I just can't do anything or sit up today. And then I opened that and then just closed it. Because I was like, that's no excuse. You shouldn't have went that hard knowing you have to go to work the next day. You get no sympathy from me. And then the next day we work together. I'm the type of person, if we're not gonna talk it out or fight it out, then we're good and it's handled and it's settled. So the next day when we worked together, she seemed okay. She didn't, you know, have an attitude or anything until I was talking to one of my coworkers and I was just like, hey, like it's getting cool outside now. It's not feeling like the surface of the sun out here in Florida. We should go to Universal. And then my coworker does have kids, so she was just like, I be wanting to hang out with you guys all the time, but like, you know, I have kids and stuff, you guys. I was like, that's fine. We'll definitely make time. We understand you have kids and everything. We're not telling you to drop our plans for us. And that's what I was telling her, my coworker that I was talking to at the time. Like, we'll definitely make time. Like, we won't just push you to the side because you have kids. Girl, we'll still hang out with you. What the heck? But, the girl that I got into it at the time, she was there too, and then she just went on a little rant talking about something. Well, I don't give a, no offense, but I don't give a F about y'all. I really don't give a F about y'all. I'm tired of trying to be friends with people and blah 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 and all this stuff. I'm tired of trying to be friendly and all this stuff. And she was like, honestly, not trying to offend anyone, but I don't give a F about y'all. Obviously you were trying to offend. But at the time I was like, I'm not gonna make this into a bigger issue than it is in front of my coworker. So I'm just gonna wait till me and her go on break to talk to her to see if everything is good. So we continue working and me and her went on our 15 around the same time. So when we go on our 15, I pull her to the side and I said, are you feeling okay? Because you sounded a little angry just then in the stock room. And she was like, no, I'm not angry, I'm just saying. You're not just saying. So yeah, that was my whole thing. I was like, obviously you feel sore about it, so you should talk about it rather than building up all that hatred towards me and then letting it out later. Let it out now so it doesn't get, you don't get crazy and then I have to get crazy, you know? So she said she was all good, she was great. So I left it at that. Then somebody's calling me. My mom. So anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. So days go by and I talked to my other coworker. She was like, I was working with my other coworker. It was about 2-3 days in between that time period where I talked to that girl and pulled her to the side. And I talked to one of my coworkers and she was just like, oh yeah, at H&M they used to have this, well they still have this thing, I know they do. They have this thing where they have a little meeting where they have like all the people that are working that day get a little pep talk about what the company is focusing on. So where they have little meetings just talking to us. And in the meeting that day, I guess the manager said, yeah, we want y'all to feel like you should be able to talk to your peers in in a respectful way. You should be able to talk to them and give feedback, and you also need to know how to take feedback. And I guess that was the focus of that meeting. So the girl that I was talking to, she was like, yeah, that's what the managers were talking about the other day. And then the girl that I got into it with via text told another girl, oh yeah, she told me you and her got into it, and then she was talking about how some people are sensitive and blah 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 and all this other stuff. So I'm thinking, because she said that, I'm thinking she said that during the meeting to the manager, talking about how we got into it and how some people are sensitive and all that other stuff. So really, I didn't care the fact that she was saying I was being sensitive and all that stuff, because at the end of the day, people are gonna talk regardless. But my thing is, if she brought that up during the meeting to one of the managers, I don't want it to seem like I was being a bully or anything. So I went to talk to the manager about it, who, you know, conducted that meeting that day. And I was just like, and I said it in a very professional way. I was like, it was brought to my attention that you know that me and had a little argument through text message. And then he was like, what? And I was like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, me and her got into it. That's on the whole situation that happened, and then what happened in the stock room and all that other stuff. And he was like, I actually didn't know about it. So then I was like, oh shoot, like that makes me look like a snitch. And that's not what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to snitch on her. I was just trying to make sure that my name is clear, that I'm not out here being looked at as a bully, because this girl has a history of doing stuff like that, crying and stuff, as if people were bullying her and stuff, and that never is the case. It didn't surprise me that she was still talking about the issue, but then again, it's just everybody has different morals, I guess, because for me, I'm not still gonna walk around pretending that I like you if I don't. Also, if we're at work, so I'm gonna talk to you about it. We're gonna get to a clear place, and then we're gonna move along. That's what I'm expecting out of her, because we're two grown adults. It makes no sense to be having side beef on a job. We have to work together. Back to what I was saying, I was letting him know what happened because I thought he already knew. So I was trying to give him my side of the story, but he didn't even know. So I just gave him a story. So, and the reason why the girl who told me about what she said about people being sensitive and that me and her got into it, she didn't let me know that she said this after they had this little meeting. She said it to her personally, and I'm thinking she said it out loud during the meeting, because co-workers at that store, we were hella bold, okay? We let managers know what we thought. These managers knew what was on our mind. I'm thinking that, you know, she said this during the meeting, and she didn't. She said this to a girl personally, which it was my fault for not asking, but it's whatever. One of my managers that, one of those managers that blow everything out of proportion, because other managers knew about it and knew about what happened, and they just was like, you know, oh, it's whatever, it's another, you know, one of those things where people get into it, it's whatever. They didn't take it that serious. This manager that I talked to took it very seriously. So he was like, oh, you need to go to the back and write a statement about it. And I was like, no, I'm not trying to get her in trouble. That was not my point of telling you this. I was telling you this because I thought you already knew. But I was like, I don't want to write a statement about it because I'm not trying to get her in trouble. And he was just like, well, you're going to have to write a statement about it anyway because it happened here at this store. That shouldn't have happened. Y'all shouldn't be up in here cussing like that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, now I've just got this girl in trouble. And now she really gonna hate working around me. So, they made me do that. And like, that didn't sit well with me because it made me look like a snitch. Like I was purposely trying to get her in trouble, knowing that she already has like ill will towards me anyway. I didn't want to make it worse. but I did. So I had to write the statement because they forced me to. I just erased my eyebrow. I'll get to that. So yeah, they forced me to write a statement about it. After I did that, my coworkers and managers can vouch for me. I felt so horrible about it because I don't like being looked at as a snitch, as if I was purposely trying to get her in trouble. 1 second, guys. So yeah, I went and wrote the statement. I think it was like, write witnesses. Since all of my coworkers are in the group chat, I had to write all my coworkers' names down, which made me feel even worse because they're gonna get pulled to the side about some foolishness that has nothing to do with them. So then that happened, I texted the girl personally, let her know that, hey, they know about what happened. They're having me write this situation down because it might affect our ability to work together and all this stuff. And I was letting her know that wasn't my intention. It wasn't my intention to get her in trouble. I was just letting her know you will get pulled to the side tomorrow. That was it. By the way, I'm in my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm using Real Gar. Yeah, that's what it's called. And after that, like the day after she got pulled into the office, I came into work. And right when I clocked in, my manager goes, when you're done ringing that person up, I need you to come with me. And I was like, am I in trouble? Because I knew I was in trouble. And he was just like, and I was like, why y'all gotta be so secretive and stupid about everything? Just say I'm in trouble, you idiot. So he never told me I was in trouble. He was just making stupid ass faces. So then when I got to the office, my manager was letting me know. She was like, oh, because you texted her about the situation, you're impeding in an investigation. You impeded an investigation, and because of that, I'm gonna have to let you go. And when she said that, when I tell you I had the straightest of face, my face was straight as heck. I said, do you have any questions, comments? I said, no. Emptied out my locker and left there and went straight home. But as far as me impeding an investigation, I understand what she was saying. But my thing was like, my mom was like, how are you impeding an investigation if either way she was gonna get pulled into the office? I was like, right? And I guess because they said don't talk to anyone about it, but because everyone in the store is also in the group chat, everyone was a witness anyway. So what do you mean don't talk to anyone about it? You know what I'm saying? Stupid shit. So that happened and I got fired. And before you ask, yes, a bitch got a job already. Because with me, like, ever since I was on that job, I was applying for other jobs. I was applying for other jobs on my break, before going to work, after work. I was ready to leave that place. The only reason I stayed was because my coworkers around me, like, I enjoyed them. Certain ones, I enjoyed being around them. And that's why. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I want to do something smoky. So yeah, that happened. And she was like, I'm not gonna tell anyone. It's up to you to tell your coworkers and everything. If you want to tell them, you don't have to. Honestly, I was gonna tell them. They were just gonna find out that I left. A lot of them did. Well, one person in particular I told because I accidentally FaceTimed him and I was like, oh, just let you know, I'm fired. He was like, are you freaking kidding me? Everybody was pissed about it, but again, everybody will move on. And I feel like me getting fired was like God moving me out of a situation, like pushing me to move out of a negative and horrible situation and forcing me to move on to something greater. Because I really do have an issue with being comfortable. Even though I was miserable working there like every day, I was comfortable in my miserableness because I don't like moving on to new things as far as like going to another job, learning a whole nother way of doing things, talking to new people. Like the idea of that kind of made me stay there. And the idea of that kind of made me stay at my job, because I was just like, I don't want to move to another store or go to another job and have to learn people's names and have to try to get along with new people. I just don't like the idea of it. So yeah, because I did get job offers while I was applying, while I was working at H&M, and I declined them because I was just like, I've been here for so long. I don't feel like getting used to something new. So I feel like God really used this situation to force me out of my comfort zone. But yeah, I feel like he was forcing me out of that situation to see that you don't have to stay here in a miserable, I can find my sponge. Oh, there goes, situation. You can move forward and still have happiness wherever you are. Like, when I tell you I was miserable there, I was miserable. Hated my manager so much. Which I feel like is another reason why she fired me. I would never say hi to her or anything. She got on my fucking nerves. She got on my freaking nerves. But yeah, like literally the day after I got fired, I was up here tailgating. I was happy as heck. I was out here drinking mimosas, living my best life. And I do have a job now, and I have to say I love it so much more. I get paid more. I have people who will work with my schedule, which is a major thing for me. I'm just like excited and happy. Like, I really do thank God for moving me out of that situation. Even my family was just like, when I told them, they were like, you'll be all right. You don't sound heartbroken over it anyways. I've seen you go to that job, be in your car crying, saying how you don't want to go and clock in. I never told any of my coworkers this. Like, I never wanted to clock in. I'd be crying, depressed, miserable because I had so much opposition there. Like, this is why I tell people to respect retail workers, because it's enough that you're fighting, physically fighting, but I'm saying like you're fighting against, you know, unnecessary customers. You're dealing with crazy tasks as well as dealing with unnecessary customers. Then you have managers coming against you. You have employees coming against you. It's a lot at once sometimes. And like, I'm happy now that where I'm at, there's more people on the floor, more people to bounce like feedback off of. And you know, I love that I'm a resilient girl. I am resilient, I'm telling you. I don't let stuff like that get to me, and I'm happy for that. But yeah, I thank God for that, and that's what I want to talk to y'all about, because I know y'all was just like, what is going on? This video is about to be OD long. Hey, so yeah, now that we got that out of the way, I know this video is gonna be kind of long, but I'm sorry. Other news, videos that are coming up. Again, you guys know I try to do a lot of like fashion videos. So I saw like the video I did that was like 1 skirt, 5 outfits. I didn't know you guys would like that much, but I'm happy you guys did, because I want to do more stuff like that. And I think I was thinking about doing a winter version of that, choosing one kind of like winter item or piece, and then creating outfits around that one piece. So I was planning on doing stuff like that. Also, did you guys see that trailer for that new movie with Megan Good and what's his name, Michael Ealy? And I think it's called Intruder. I'm gonna put a poster of it up here somewhere so y'all can see it. But like, no offense, aren't y'all tired of seeing that same movie plot? Like, it looks like it's the same as Obsessed, the same as that one movie with Gabrielle Union where she was fighting these house intruders about her kids. It looks like they have the same, like they make the same movie every 3 years, and I'm just like, bro, this plot is tired. Give us something else. And no offense to Michael Ealy and Megan Good, because I freaking love them. They're like they're like 2 of my favorite actors. But like, I saw that movie trailer and I was just like, we already know the whole plot. We've seen this plot 70 million times, and the trailer gives everything away. Like, is it the same person directing watching all these movies because they all turn out the same. It's like, do they only know how to make one type of movie? It's really sickening. No, I'm not putting lashes on. I don't know why, like when I don't do my makeup in a while, like all my makeup skills, the little makeup skills that I did acquire, go down the drain. So yeah, I decided to use a little bit of brown to kind of smoke it out a little bit. Gonna highlight and contour off camera because you guys have seen this routine like so many times, and I'm not gonna make this video any longer for you guys than it already is. Okay, so I put Real Garb from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette in my hand under my eyes. New trick, well, it's not a new trick, some of you guys know this. I put castor oil on my lashes so they can grow. They're not like super out there yet, but they are growing. And then I put mascara on. They're kind of dripping with castor oil still though. But anyways, I'm going to use my brown lip liner. Have you guys seen American Horror Story? Like, that is my show. And like when they brought Angela Bassett's character back at the end, I was so freaking happy. I was so happy. And it wasn't lazy writing. Like when they brought her back, it made sense. And I was like, yes, my favorite Angela Bassett is back. So now with American Horror Story, my favorite all-time season of American Horror Story will forever be Coven. I love Coven. So it's now my favorite is Coven. It's Coven. Then it's probably this season. Then Murder House. Then Hotel. And those are like my top 4 favorite ones. I really didn't get into Freak Show like that because I was just like, it was probably a good plot and everything, but I just didn't get into it because the whole like clown scenery. And then American Horror Story Cult was a waste of time. And did you see the end of American Horror Story? Sorry, spoiler alert if you're watching this. Spoiler alert. So Michael was not the true Antichrist. I was like, oh my god, like next season is about to be insane. Ooh, I'm shining. But yeah, next season is about to be insane of American Horror Story. But now that I'm done with that show, and I just finished Atypical yesterday. Yes, I'm a binge watcher like everybody else is. I need new shows to watch now because American Horror Story is over. I finished Atypical. If I don't find something else to watch, I'm just gonna go back to watching America's Next Top Model. Cause like I need something. If I don't have like a current, if no one gives me a current show to watch, I'll just end up watching something old that I used to love, you know? But yeah, this is the final look. The lip gloss that I use is Flutter Valley. It's like the My Little Pony ColourPop lip gloss collab. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all sometime this week. Peace out, my love, stay positive. Mwah.
Cash your cares aside, tonight is your night.